What if science didn't just push boundaries but completely shattered them? Throughout history, some experiments had gone beyond strange, venturing into the realm of the disturbing, the unethical, and the downright bizarre. These weren't just lab studies with test tubes and data charts, they were shocking, controversial, and sometimes even cruel. Some were conducted in the name of progress, others out of sheer curiosity. But all of them make us wonder, what were these scientists thinking? Take, for example, the work of Soviet scientist Vladimir Demikov in the 1950s. He was determined to advance organ transplantation, but his methods were something out of a horror story. Demikov surgically attached the head and front legs of one dog onto another, creating a two-headed monstrosity. The second head could move, drink water, and even react to stimuli, but it was doomed from the start. None of these hybrid dogs survived more than a few weeks. While his experiments did contribute to later medical breakthroughs, the sight of these creatures was enough to make even the most hardened researchers uneasy. Then there's the infamous Stanford prison experiment, a psychological study that spiraled into chaos. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo wanted to explore how power dynamics affect human behavior. He transformed a university basement into a mock prison, assigning some students as guards and others as prisoners. At first, it seemed like harmless roleplay, but within days, the guards became tyrannical, humiliating and psychologically tormenting the prisoners. The situation grew so extreme that some participants suffered emotional breakdowns, forcing Zimbardo to end the experiment early. What started as an academic study became a terrifying demonstration of how easily ordinary people can turn cruel when given unchecked authority. Even more disturbing was the so-called monster study of 1939, where researchers deliberately traumatized children to see if they could induce stuttering. Psychologist Wendell Johnson selected orphans and divided them into two groups. One received positive speech therapy, while the other was constantly criticized and told they were stutterers. The results were heartbreaking. Children who had spoken normally began developing speech problems, some of which lasted a lifetime. The experiment was kept secret for decades, and when it was finally revealed, it became a notorious example of unethical research. It's a chilling reminder of how fragile young minds are and how dangerous unchecked experimentation can be. But if you think that's shocking, wait until you hear about Project McCultrough, the CIA's secret mind control program. During the Cold War, the US government was obsessed with brainwashing techniques, leading to a series of horrifying experiments. Unsuspecting people, sometimes prisoners, mental patients, or even ordinary citizens, were dosed with LSD, subjected to electroshock therapy, and locked in sensory deprivation chambers for days. The goal, to see if they could be turned into programmable spies or broken for interrogation. Many victims suffered permanent psychological damage, and some died. When the program was exposed in the 1970s, the public was outraged. But the full truth may never be known. The CIA destroyed most of the records. And then there's the experiment that makes you question whether the researchers even had a plan. In 1962, a group of scientists decided to give an elephant named Tusko a dose of LSD strong enough to knock out hundreds of humans. Their reasoning: they wanted to see if the drug could trigger a condition called must, where male elephants become aggressive. Instead, Tusko collapsed almost immediately, went into convulsions, and died within hours. The experiment was not only cruel, but completely pointless. No useful data was gained. Just a dead elephant and a lot of regret. It remains one of the most senseless and bizarre experiments ever conducted. Finally, there's the case of a scientist who tried to blur the line between human and animal. In the 1930s, psychologist Winthrop Kellogg brought a baby chimpanzee named Guel into his home, raising her alongside his own infant son, Donald. The idea was to see if a chimp raised like a human child would develop human behaviors. At first, Guel seemed to adapt well. She learned to eat with a spoon, respond to commands, and even walk upright. But then something unexpected happened. Donald, the human child, started imitating Guel. He began crawling on all fours, biting, and grunting like a chimp. Realizing his son was becoming more animal than human, Kellogg abruptly ended the experiment. It was a strange and unsettling lesson in nature versus nurture, and a reminder that some scientific curiosities are better left unexplored. These experiments, whether driven by ambition, fear, or sheer curiosity, reveal a darker side of scientific pursuit. Some led to valuable knowledge, while others were nothing but ethical disasters. But all of them force us to ask, how far is too far? When does the quest for knowledge cross the line into something dangerous, even monstrous? Science has given us incredible advancements, but these stories serve as a warning. Progress without conscience can lead to horrors we may never fully undo.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.